morning, students. Yesterday we discussed on real numbers, that how to find LCM and HCF of two positive integers using prime factorization method. For that, I discussed the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. It is, every composite numbers can be expressed in the form of its prime factorization, and each prime factorization is unique, and apart from this, the order in which this prime factorization occur. It means whenever we factorize the given composite number, all the prime factors we get. Why say that is unique? Because when we multiply all the prime numbers, the product of those prime numbers will be coming equal to the same composite number. That is why each prime factorization is unique. Second thing, apart from the order in which they occur, means whatever the order of the composite number prime factors come, it's no matter, but whenever they are multiplied together, that is very important. So it is said to be each prime factorization is unique, because their product will be giving the same number. If we are removing any one of the prime number, we will not get the same composite number by their multiplication. When I was telling the prime factorization of a composite number, then I told that to express the prime factorization in the form of their exponents, because this method help us in finding LCM and HCF of the two positive integers. For this, first one I defined to find the LCM of HCF of two positive integers, in which it is the product of all common factors with their least exponent, that is equal to HCF of the two positive integers. Later we seen LCM of the two positive integers. It is defined as the product of all prime factors with their maximum exponent, highest exponent. So we got these two formula, and there was a relation later on that LCM of two positive integers into HCF of two positive integers is equal to the product of those two integers. It is written as HCF of AB into LCM of AB is equal to A into B. I discussed there are four factors: LCM, HCF, and the two positive integers A and B. If three of them are known, we can find out fourth item using this formula. Now on this connection, in this connection I will be continuing. In terms of real numbers, we define real number is the combination of rational and irrational. So one more character, one more property is there on rational numbers to identify the given rational number represents which type of decimals. Actually, there are decimals, types of decimals I am telling here, types of decimals. First one, terminating decimals. Second, non-terminating, repeating decimals, and third, non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. Okay, so let us have let us have some examples with of rational numbers with different denominators. First one, 13/1. Second, 87/2. Third, 94/3. Fourth, 85/4. Fifth, 93/5. Sixth, 119/6. 7, 31/7. 8, 159/8. 9, 347/9. And 10, 831/10. With these examples, we can find out their presentation, decimal presentations. 13/1 can be written as 13 only, or this can be written as 13.0. 87/2, this can be written as 43.5. 94/3, that can be written as 31.3333, and this will be continuing, means the decimal digit 3 is repeating number of times. When we go for 85/4, so we get 4 to the 8, 4 1 is 4, then 25, 21.25 is next. 93/5, when it is divided, this will be 18.6. Then 119/6, 6 one time, carry remainder 5, 6 9 is 54, 4 is remaining. Thereafter 6 6 6, likewise this decimal will be coming. Here we can continue with other numbers, say 31/7, 7 4 is 28, remainder 3, then 7 4 is 28, remainder 2, 7 2 is 14, remainder 6, 7 8 is 56, then remainder 4, then 7 5 is 35, 5 7 7 is 49, again 7, like this it will be continuously dividing, but never the remainder will never come 0, and even the digits what we are getting are generally not repeating. Thereafter 159/8, so 8 one times, remainder 7, then 8 9 is 72, remainder 7, 8 8 is 64, then remainder 8, 8 7 is 8 9 times, 8 9 72, like this. Just a minute. Here 8 1 7, 8 9 is 72, 7, 8, 8 is 64, then 6, 8, 7 is 56, 4, 8, 5 is 40. So 19.875, then 347 upon 9. 9, 3 is 27, remainder 7. Then 9, 8 is 72, remainder 5. 9, 5 is 45, remainder 5. 9, 5 is 45, remainder 5. 9, 5 is 45. This will be continuing likewise. The last one, 831 by 10, that will be 83.1 or 10 we can write. See, looking into all these, this we can say a terminating decimal. First one, this is also terminating decimal. This is a non-terminating but repeating decimal. Here this is terminating decimal. This is terminating decimal. Here this is non-terminating, repeating decimal. Here this is non-terminating, repeating decimal. This is terminating decimal. This is non-terminating, repeating decimal, and the last one is a terminating decimal. The children, observe here, when we see all these different rational numbers, we have taken the denominators different numbers. So whenever we observe in which condition the decimal presentation of a rational number comes into a terminating decimal, and under which condition the decimals are coming a non-terminating repeating decimals. So let us observe keenly from here, from these examples. So we observe here when the denominators of any fraction, let P upon Q is a rational number. So here we see the values of Q. When the denominator having 2 or any multiple of 2, just like 2, 4, then 8, in such cases we find the numbers are terminating decimals. Means we must have one factor in the denominator is 2. Second thing, we find the denominator having another factor is 5, just like 5 and 10 here. 10 have two factors, 5 and 2. In this condition, we observe the decimals are coming at terminating decimals. Means we can say here, if the denominator's value occur in the form of the prime factors 2 and 5, then only we can say a number of the form P by Q will be a terminating decimal. Means we can say here these numbers may repeat number of time, n and n are positive integers. So we can have, if the value of Q occur in the form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n, then only a rational number P upon Q gives terminating decimal. Okay, but when the denominators are other than these factors, when the denominator's value is other than these factors, when Q is not equal to in the form of 2 power m and 5 power n, then P by Q occur is a non-terminating and repeating decimal. So we must understand here by only looking into the denominators. Looking into the denominators, when the denominators have the factors 2 power n and 5 power n, then we can say here the rational number P by Q will be a terminating decimal. And if p by q, this q is not equal to 2 power n into 5 power n, then we can say this rational number will be representing non-terminating and repeating decimal. Is it clear to all? If you have any doubt, you can ask your questions through your WhatsApp group, and then immediately you will get the reply of your problems. Alright? So looking into this, easily we can identify which of the number will be a terminating decimal and which will be a non-terminating decimal. So let us see some examples now. In this example, I am giving 437 upon 25. 437 upon 25 will be showing a terminating decimal or a non-terminating repeating decimals. So first we will check factorizations of 25, first 5, then another factor is 5. So we can write here this 437 upon 5 to the power 2. But it was discussed q must be 2 to the power m and 5 to the power n, means 2 is not here. Still it will happen? Yes, of course, because this can be written as 437 upon 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 2. So here positive integer, instead of positive integer we can say non-negative integers. But how it will be representing? See that 437 upon 5 square was this number. When we multiply this number by 2 square, here also by 2 square, so this can be written as 437 into 4 upon 10 square, right? That is 437 into 4, so 4 7 28, 4 3 12, 2 14, 4 4 61, 17 48, and 10 square is 100. So this can be written as 17.48. See, this number is coming a terminating decimal, which is a terminating decimal. It means when the denominator having the prime factorization 5 or 2, or both 2 and 5 comes as prime factors, so that rational number can be expressed as a terminating decimal. Let us see another example. Example 2. 189 upon 16. 189 upon 16. So that is 189, but 16 can be written as 2 power 4. So this can be written as 189 upon 2 power 4 into 5 power 4 into 5 power 4. So what we see here, this 189 into 625, and this can be written as 2 into 5 to the power 4. So it will be 189 into 625 upon 10 to the power 4, or that can be written as 189 into 625 upon 10,000. So whenever the denominators change in the form of the product of tens, so easily that number can be written in the terminating decimal form. So this will represent always a terminating decimal. You have to calculate this value. Okay. So likewise, whenever we see such fractions in which the denominator occur in the form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n, so we can say that rational number will be providing a terminating decimal. Otherwise, other rational numbers will be coming in the form of a non-terminating and repeating decimals. Is it clear? So using this method we can understand that how to get the decimal presentation of a number and what kind of decimal representation that rational number will change into. So after that we conclude, looking all these examples and work done, that any rational number, any decimal number which is given in the two patterns, either a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimals. So all such decimal presentation of numbers, real numbers, are said to be rational numbers. They are called rational numbers. But I discussed three types of decimals. So what was the third type? Non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. So whenever any number is given in the form of a non-terminating and non-repeating decimals, so that decimal number is known as irrational numbers. So wherever we see these kind of numbers like 3.239930003214296315. Anyway, whatever digit comes in your mind, you please write there. And if we observe these numbers, there is no pattern of decimals digit. There is no pattern of repetition of the digits coming in the decimals. So these kind of numbers are therefore known as irrational numbers. So we can very clearly say that the terminating decimal plus non-terminating repeating decimals, these shows always rational numbers, and non-terminating and non-repeating decimals, this will be showing always irrational numbers, right? Dear students, as I discussed this topic, to identify the given rational number p by q will be showing a rational number as a terminating decimal or a non-terminating repeating decimals. With the help of these following examples, you have to work at home that these numbers are representing rational number, terminating decimal or a non-terminating decimals, and I want the reply in the short form. TD for terminating decimal and second non-terminating repeating decimals. In your reply in WhatsApp group, in short form, number wise. Number 1, it shows terminating or non-terminating. You will be replying the result only, whether it is terminating decimal or non-terminating decimal, in your WhatsApp group to me. Thank you all. Good luck. Wish you all the best.